So these woke students support socialism, but when it gets applied to their grade point average, they're not so enthusiastic about it. You guys have got to check this out.
Straight up.
But what's the difference between earning a high GPA and not wanting to give it away, but then earning a lot of money and also not wanting to give that away?
Well, I feel like the difference is that you study for your grades, right? And grades often reflect how much time you spend studying. But
You gotta work pretty hard to become a millionaire.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope all's
logic
good
is that?
wherever you are. In this video, we're going to watch a man on the street interviewing woke students that are pro-socialism until it affects them. This is hilarious. Let's get
The Phillips with Campus Reform. Today we're at Florida International University talking to students about their opinions of socialism and if they'd support a socialist GPA policy. Would they be willing to share their high GPA with people that have a low GPA? Because after all, it's all about equality. Which would you rather have in America, socialism or capitalism?
I would say socialism.
How do you view the word socialism, favorably or unfavorably?
I guess I would go with favorably.
Like, I have family in Europe. They go to college for free. Their healthcare is paid for. They don't have to worry about it at all.
I favor that over capitalism.
Okay, got it.
I also think I favor that, like, socialism over capitalism.
socialism is more geared toward like helping the people in your, the governed.
I'd rather people have that same opportunity. There's a lot of excess in America.
The main idea of socialism being that people at the top are doing their fair share to help people at the bottom, trying to prevent disparity of income and trying to prevent excess, as you called it. So on campus, if there's a GPA disparity where there's people at the bottom with a poor GPA, would you support a policy where people at the top spread the wealth and give that GPA to people at the bottom?
Help them get a better GPA.
Yeah.
I'm all for helping. I wouldn't give let me just give you some of my points.
But it's about being fair, right? We got to help people at the bottom.
I've lost a lot of sleep, so I don't know if I will be fair.
It's hard.
The only conclusion I have on why there's so many people who are brainwashed today has to come from the public school system. When I was in college, I had teachers saying, yeah, socialism isn't so bad. Trump's an evil man. Don't vote for him. Actively saying this. It wasn't even a political class. It could be like a speech class, an English class. It was clear the agenda. I kind of feel bad for them because they are paying thousands upon thousands of dollars every single year to be deceived. I mean, just open up a history book. Tell me one single time when socialism and communism have ever actually thrived.
At the bottom?
I've lost a lot of sleep, so I don't know if I will be fair.
It's hard. I guess it would be kind of like hypocritical for me to say no.
That's completely different
How's it different?
because I'm studying all day for my grade.
What do you mean by sharing it? Like literally, like giving them a chunk of my GPA?
Yep.
Dang.
I would want to say no, straight up.
But what's the difference between earning a high GPA and not wanting to give it away, but then earning a lot of money and also not wanting to give that away?
Well, I feel like the difference is that you study for your grades, right? And grades often reflect how much time you spend studying. But
You gotta work pretty hard to become a millionaire.
I mean, I'm not denying that fact either, but for the regular working person,
Do you think there's a similarity between earning your salary and maybe not wanting to give it away to people that aren't working to earn it? And same thing with the GPA where you earn it and you say, well, I don't necessarily want to give it to anyone who might not be working for it.
Right. I think it's just that whole sense of thinking that no one's going to work for it.
I mean, I sacrifice a lot to get my GPA. I don't go out as much as I'd like to, but that's for a greater goal in the future, the way I see it. So no, I wouldn't sacrifice my own things, sacrifice my own time to help somebody else who didn't want to make those same sacrifices.
Guys, if you don't mind smashing that thumbs up button for your boy, really does help me out. And also, if this is not your first time watching one of the videos and you're not a subscriber yet, hopefully this will be the video in which I can earn your subscription. Let's get back to the video.
There's some people who are in the bottom, but they really are working, and there's some people who are in the bottom and they deserve that poor GPA.
Kind of like people making money with their income?
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Some people. Let's not throw shade.
But isn't it about helping the less fortunate?
Basically profiting off of my work for you. So who's really the bad guy here?
I don't think that'd be a good idea because then you're taking away from people that earn that grade, and what about the ones that aren't really working hard for their grades? So they're just gonna get something they don't really deserve.
Got it. And do you think it's similar with your salary?
Yeah, I definitely do.
No, that's the complete opposite of meritocracy. It's
Okay.
the complete opposite. That's awful.
I don't think they're comparable because your GPA is not directly linked to like your quality of life necessarily.
But you still have to earn it the same way you would have to earn a salary, right?
Well, I don't think most rich people in this country necessarily earn it. Much of that money is inherited. Much of that money, is made from the stock market, which they're not actually working for that. They're pressing a button behind a computer for that.
What if Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk had the same attitude? Amazon, SpaceX, all these wonderful things would never exist. If you don't incentivize dedication and perseverance and constantly putting in the hours, then your society is going to die a slow and painful death. And the man mentions how they put it in the stock market and that's not actually working. Well, it's a risk. If you put money into the stock market, that could very well go to zero. They're willing to study and do the work and realize, okay, I'm going to put money behind this project or this company because I think it's promising and I think there's a future for it. So these ultra wealthy millionaires and billionaires, they have created thousands of jobs for people and stimulated the economy. So we should not be trashing these people because they have put their money where their mouth is time and time and time again.
Money is inherited. Much of that money, is made from the stock market, which they're not actually working for that. They're pressing a button behind a computer for that.
Well, then there would be no point to having a GPA because then if everyone has the same, then there's no metric, right?
But it's all about fairness, right?
Well, is it fair? I look at it this way, right? Is it fair for everyone to have the same outcome or to have the same opportunity, right? For me, having the same opportunity is what is fair, right? Not the same outcome, right? Because if I work harder than you and I get a better result, then it is only fair that I get a better grade or I get a better opportunity than you, right?
Everything should be merit-based. Best man or woman for the job gets the job. List of criterias. The best person gets it.
Am I a radical person for believing if you decide that you want to do something and you have long, arduous days, sleepless nights, you put in the work day in, day out, never miss a day, why on earth would that guy be paid the exact same as the guy who sleeps in, plays video games, eats junk food, doesn't do any work? What kind of society would we be creating for the next generation? It would only breed laziness and sloth. People would never do anything. Our economy and our society as a whole will suffer greatly. I heard a teacher one time explain this in a very succinct manner, and it made a ton of sense. If you use socialist values for people's GPA, the people who would be getting 90, 95 consistently, they're not going to work as hard. They're going to be like, why am I working so hard if we're just taking the average of everybody? So they start getting 80s. The people who are getting 50s, they're going to get 30s now. They're like, oh, I got a 70 without even doing anything. What you're going to see is that the grade point average will slowly and steadily decline until everybody's dumb as a rock. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this down below. And also, let me know, if you were 18 years old today, would you go to 4 years of university, or how would you spend that time and money? Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed, make sure to smash that like, comment, subscribe, and wish you guys nothing but the best. Till next time.